building. Keep the dope in the home.
Yeah.
It's already cranked up there.
So, I know you as Ike. You became Trilla. And you own King's Treasure. So, what would you like for me to call you in this interview?
Whatever you feel.
No. Tell me what, you have to respect how people want to be, called. What do you want me to call you in this interview?
Ike.
Ike? Oh, is that the correct pronunciation of your name? I've been fucking it up all these years?
Yeah. From my interpretation.
Oh, okay.
My mama.
He be answering.
Yo.
I be fucking it up.
But yeah, moms will say Ike. The family say that. But it's like when you discover yourself, you put the Ashe on it. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I've been in 4 lives. I feel like the first life was Ike. Then I evolved into Trilla. And then I evolved into Shango, which was the Orisha head that, I was under. And it kind of speak about like the depths of how you respond to, how your nerves respond to shit. Cause like in spirituality, your nervous system is your gateway to the divine.
Okay.
So everything you feeling is so important, and what you thinking, it's so important, and what your environment is, what you're exposed to is so important, because whatever your nerves are transmitting, your melanin is really like creating it. You manifesting your demise or your greatness if you believe, in the good the way you should, or if you believe in the bullshit and you just around bullshit, you become that shit.
Okay. Tell me about the 4th one.
The 4th one, Obatala.
Obatala. Does it mean anything?
Yeah, Obatala is said to be the god of the white cloth. One of the fathers of creation, said to be the creator of earth, and Ifa. And Ifa is an African spiritual tradition, but yeah.
Educate us ignorance.
I will. So basically, like in every spiritual system, you got deities that correlate to creation. You got deities that correlate to your stars and the planets and everything. Like back in the day, if you were to consult the wise men or the people who were respected in the world, it was always the people who had knowledge. They had plenty of books, they had plenty of wisdom, and they knew the sciences. So it's proven that the first science is astronomy, which is the study of the planets and the stars. And then astrology correlates to astronomy by dissecting the planets and the stars, correlating them to our zodiacs and shit. So based on wherever you was born and what time you was born, where the moon was, like people used to worship the moon at certain points in history. The same way we live by the sun. You ever see the Farmer's Almanac?
The Farmer's Almanac? Yes.
Alright. So they sell them at Walmarts and stuff sometimes. So them joints tell you when to plant stuff and all that. Back in the day, we used to plant seeds and shit for gardening and farming around full moons. During the new moon, you're supposed to cultivate. Like, we're supposed to live in rhythm with nature. You know what I'm saying? So right now, we approaching fall. So we're supposed to be fasting. You see people shave their heads, they cut their facial hair all off. You know what I'm saying? You see people doing what the trees doing. It's the same thing with the moon cycles. That's why the women, y'all had a period along with the full moon.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah. So like it builds up, you building up momentum all month along with nature. Yeah. That's why the divine feminine is like, it's a whole nother level. That's, you see the queens, like, you see some women, you can feel their power. Like when I fool, you know what I'm saying? Or just coming in the presence of a person that's been doing the work, like for real doing the work. You know what I'm saying? You can feel it. Like me and King was talking one day, and we was talking about the same shit. And I said, bro, you feel that shit? Say, yeah, I feel that shit, God. You know what I'm saying? But it was just literally me just approaching him with my energy. Yeah, we all got Ashe, but whatever your intention is, like for example, if you go in a room right now, and you got an intention, you say, all right, this is what I want from this experience. This is who I am, this is what I'm bringing to the table. I take a deep breath and I relax into my truth. You embody that shit. That's what warriors do. That's what, that's what every person that's an artist, whether it be a martial artist or whatever type of trainer, you develop a certain level of discipline so that you can prepare yourself mentally to manifest from your mind whatever you want to bring forth in the right fashion. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like all religions are your tools to create your discipline so that you can manifest what it is that you're supposed to bring forth. We get so busy judging and, thinking and lost in the feelings because the nervous system's so damaged. Like, we've been traumatized by our experiences, but we never see nobody doing the acupuncture or the energy work like the Asians do.
To release.
Yeah, you see the old Chinese people, they'll never be humped over like us. They don't have no acne, no nothing. They be like straight as fuck. They take care of themselves. They know about the science, some of the sacred shit that we don't necessarily know about. We lost it. So when we got captured and all the shit went down with slavery and all that shit, they took away our information, and we no longer was able to really connect and build around, hey, how did they do it back in the day, or what was the shit they knew that we could use, you know what I'm saying? We lost our tools, you know?
Yeah. It's funny you say that. I have older people, like real old people in my family. I tell people that all the time. Your grandma's 60. Your grandma young. My mom's 60. My grandma's 90. So you ask them, and there's so many home remedies for like fixing a cold. Like, I was at my aunt's house the other day. She was like, "Is your baby teething yet?" And I'm like, "I think he is." She was like, "I meant to tell your mother to get a dime and drill a hole through it and put it around his neck. He won't have any pain or anything while he's teething." I'm like, how the fuck I'm supposed to put a hole through a dime?
Right.
She's like, she said, she's like, "Get a nail and bang the nail." And I'm like, "You want me to do metal work?" Like,
Y'all was
I'ma
doing
do
all
it.
that?
I'm gonna do it.
That's what y'all was doing back in the day.
That's what they was doing. I mean, my aunt Aunt Booty, they say she used to go out in the backyard and pick from the grass something for like a cold.
Yeah.
And the kids they won't be sick the next day. In
Now
Bennettsville, down west on Hudson Street.
Wow. Now that's why the history is so important and it's so relevant, because my perception, I'm thinking like, all right, well, they was doing all that work to get something done. So literally in their mind, they had enough faith to believe that this ritual that I was passed down and handed by my mom or grandma and taught to do, I believe that this gonna work so much that I'm about to go bang a hole in this motherfucking dime. You feel me? You know how much work it take to probably put a hole in the dime.
Yeah.
So just knowing that for me is like, all right, I'm inspired, nigga. Like, they did all that for something that they believed in. It had to work.
Yeah.
Let's believe in something. Let's do something.
I know the onions work. Everybody knows that, right?
And the salt?
The onions in your sock if you got a fever.
Yeah.
The onions will be cooked. The motherfuckers actually cook. That shit works. It sounds crazy. You gonna smell like a pepper steak, but you won't have a fever. It will break your fever. Like, it's certain remedies that they pass down that are actually useful if you actually try them. And I don't even know if it's the ritual or just the intention behind doing it and the fact that you believe it's going to work.
It's all
Did you manifest it?
Yeah.
You know, like, was it really a placebo? And because you believed it would work so much, it did.
That's it. That's it. That's it. Because the act of doing it, you know, whatever the ritual is to prepare it to be done, all that is you acting out what you trying to see. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to see this come forth, so I'm out there put this in a pot. Now you got soup. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, if I don't believe that I can do that, or I never start, of course you're not gonna manifest shit. Or if you don't know the knowledge, like, okay, I don't know that I need to have empty pockets to do this, or I don't know that I need to assert this type of energy to do this or get this done. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's levels to this shit.
Okay, so tell me about your journey to this. Like, this is not where you started. Tell me how we got here. You can give me a brief synopsis, because right now I know like this is life. So you just want to tell me like quick little trip down memory lane. How did we arrive to this?
Alright, so we started out in Charleston. Me and Nisha, of course, we met in 7th grade. And we was friends. Yeah, she used to make my CDs. Yeah, she used to burn me mix CDs.
She was the plug.
She was the plug. So I hit her up often about mix CDs, but she was just a cool ass person. Like, we'd talk on the phone for hours and shit. And it got to the point where in high school, we grew kind of distant. You know what I'm saying? And we tried to pick back up, but we never really did. But I saw her at this thing at the school. Bro, don't come out of cutting grass and shit, man. Come on. Alright, we take that out. But yeah,
Was I supposed to pause that shit?
It's good. It's It's part of the experience.
It's part of the experience. Is it gonna be okay if we start cutting?
I mean, if we can hear over it.
Okay.
If not, we could just move.
It's a big ass lawnmower. I don't think that's gonna.
I mean, if he start way,
yeah, you not that far.
Yeah, it might. We might need to move.
That's not your uncle.
That is my uncle.
Yeah, he.
The one that just left?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just got a trail on the back.
You can wait to do this one. You can do this one last.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this last.
All right.
When I finish over there, I want y'all to move the car over there in her yard.
All right.
So you met her at something in high school.
All right, yeah. So we met, we linked back up at this, they had like the little car and bike show they used to do at high school.
Mm.
We linked up out there, or Relay for Life or something. And she ended up coming to the crib. I told her I crushed her. I had a crush on her since way back in the day, which she knew, because when I met her, like, I wasn't the type of nigga to holler at girls. Like girls just come, you know. I mean, I don't know. This nigga too though, like, and it's a gift, like, I'm so free too. Mm-hmm. Like, you get it from your dad, your granddad. They got that eye shape. You a rare breed. You know what I'm saying? So like, attracting different women and finally having to holler. I was so awkward in 7th grade. I think I bumped into her or some shit.
Some middle school love story.
How you doing, ma?
Oh, my bad.
My bad. Excuse me. So like, I bumped into her and then I tried to kick my line or whatever. The shit didn't work though. So, yeah. But yeah, fast forward from there, after we got cool, we did have a day in 8th grade where it was like pack testing. We was done with our test. And we was together the whole day. We was outside. Everybody was mad because I was supposedly going with this girl and she was supposedly going with this dude. But we both went with these people because we didn't want to say no. You know what I'm saying?
So you just got dragged into it.
Yeah, like the girl called me today. I heard you about to come to school in Wallace. Well, shit, you gonna be my boo. I'm like, well, damn. All right, whatever. I get there. As soon as I get to school, lunchroom, she come sit on my lap. Right. Movie shit, right? So, yeah. Long story short, we end up linking up her senior year. She taking senior pictures for school or whatever. Back to school time, so around this time, around August. She comes to the house and I tell her that shit. I really had a crush on her and all that, whatever. We end up kicking it. And you know, we wanted to connect, so we finally ended up connecting. She, I'm trapping, you know, bullshitting. Alright, this shit ain't gonna work, is it?
Nah, it's good. Just
good?
talk louder. Like, if
Alright,
this
bet,
mic is picking up. The camera may be a little shaky.
Camera ain't gonna
this
get
is gonna pick up.
Alright, bet. So yeah, we end up together off and on, cause I was going through shit. I ain't know myself, you know, being like my daddy, just playing with women, you know, not knowing the power of the black woman or my power or none of that. And we went up and down, roller coaster, man, all the way from age like 17, 18 up to like age 22, 23. And when we were like 22, she hit me up. She had graduated college. Her mom ain't want her down here. Her mom like, yo, you gotta get around here. Like, we gonna do something. But she put up an apartment in Columbia. She paid for it for a couple months until she got on her feet. Queen got up there, got her a job. She ended up getting 2 jobs.
Oh, she a badass.
She put me in for Amazon, sent me the shit. Hey, cuz you got an interview. Come on. You know what I'm saying? So I go up there. My ass ain't got shit, but weed money and food stamps. You know what I'm saying?
Got something.
I got the food, you feel me? So she was like, she looked out, she said, I ain't charge you for rent because you bring food to the town. Like, big. I get the job, start working, start learning. You know what I'm saying? Dude in Amazon, he vegan. All the shit that's coming through that I'm wondering about, supplements and all that. I've been taking a lot of vitamins and shit. Mm-hmm. But as it's coming through, I'm like figuring out what supplements I wanna fuck with. And I'm asking him, he telling me, you know, I'm catching all kind of game. So fast forward from that shit, I started working for Whole Foods, right? Mm-hmm. After I left Amazon, it was because they promoted me and they took the shit back. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got promoted to like a trainer for the temp service. Mm-hmm. I'm training new people, and I guess people start complaining about me, baggy clothes ass nigga. So they coming to me talking about my pants and shit. I pull my pants up. But the shit is big, like, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter if you sagging or not, they just fucking big. So
What year was this?
This was like, I was 22, 23, so this was probably like 13. This was like 2012, 2013. Had no money, bro. Like, what Boosie say, trying to get past 20 G's, like walking through the rain? I could not get past $3,000, bro. No lie, like I was steady trying to stack, but of course at the same time, I do music. So like, I'm trying to invest in music and stay fresh every time I get seen, you know what I'm saying? The regular shit. But so they demoted me back, and it crushed me. But I'm like, yeah, it's disrespectful. It's like, nigga, you are worthy of this, but we're gonna take this away from you. Now mind you, I had done shitted on the game with the system because I had figured out how to go pick from the cubbies at a fast rate. They definitely ain't like that. So I was going to pick the items out of the cubby, just they got a whole bunch of shit. Say somebody ordered 100 items. I'm gonna go pick that cubby, scan, so I can keep my rate up. Because they want you to maintain a rate of so many units per minute or per hour. Yeah. Slave shit. So
you gotta measure.
You feel me? So after they told me they didn't want me to do that, I was like, alright, they really ain't for niggas. They really ain't for you coming up or being smart in here. They just want you to work and do whatever they want done.
The way they want it.
Yeah. I go around the plant, different places, trying different shit. All of it was some bullshit too. So I end up quitting, leaving that shit. Quit this job, get unemployment. I go to Whole Foods. I left Whole Foods with a 2-week notice. These bitches would not give me unemployment. They denied me.
Yeah, you quit.
I quit. I got unemployment for quitting. I did not get unemployment for resigning. I put a 2-week notice in at Whole Foods because we was moving back because we was having King.
Yeah, they're not giving you unemployment. The only reason you probably got unemployment at Amazon is because they ain't pick up the phone.
Okay.
Yeah, when they call HR to confirm like the reason why you left, they call twice. Amazon's a huge ass company. Yeah. 9 times out of 10, they not gonna get a call back. If they don't get a call back, you get pushed through.
That's bad.
But at small ass Whole Foods, yeah, nigga, they caught somebody.
Yeah. So we fast forward from that shit. So after the Whole Foods mission, which is where I learned about veganism and, you know, food itself, like they was offering classes and all that shit. Yeah, like when you get in at Whole Foods, they let you take classes like every week. Like every 2-3 days they doing a class. They got free shit in the break room. You can try shit, sample shit, all that. Yeah, you even as a customer, if you go to Whole Foods right now and it's one of their products, the 365 brand products, you say, hey, can I try this? They give it to you for free most of the time. You feel me? Yeah, so I learned a lot about customer service working there. But I saw that I'm one of the only people on this front end that's vegan and they eat here and shop here. I know what all the products at. I'm carrying customers out because my job as a front runner was to offer you help with your bags. If people got a bunch of bags in their car and shit, I offer help. I used to take a lot of moms, you know, they stuff out if it's raining. They pull up, you know what I'm saying? I stand out there with the kids and shit, help them load up, getting little tips and shit, whatever. But I'm ready to move up, nigga. I've been doing this shit like a year and a half, 2 years, nigga. What's up? You know what I'm saying? I done worked at a couple other departments. I done worked in produce, another department too. Same thing. Not moving a nigga up. You know what I'm saying? Laughing it off like this shit a joke. I bet. So, like I said, Nisha pregged me. I'm like, man, we gotta move back home. You know, we got this fucking $900 a month rent at this apartment, little gated community in Charleston. Then you got your car payment on the Civic, which was like $400, some crazy shit. With the insurance, like $500. She didn't want to go. I'm like, fuck, we gotta go. So we moved back home, start from scratch. I come back home, my little $3,000, you know what I'm saying, in the safe. Might have been $2,500. Might not even been that much. I stretched that shit out last about 6 months.
How the fuck did you do that?
I'm a beast, I'm a dog, you hear me? Like, I don't buy shit. We was staying at my grandma's house.
So you ain't have to pay no rent?
We ain't have to pay no rent. We basically scaled down all the means. We ain't had no Wi-Fi bill no more. You know, all them crazy ass bills, we straight talk. $45 a month for the straight talk. I think we were getting food stamps, so that's about $200 a month, some shit.
No food or nothing.
You know what I'm saying? And then I buy little stuff, whatever he need, you know, whatever the baby need. And we was eating, you know, just eat regular. Take your time, and we weren't eating. We was vegan, but you know, we was eating goddamn vegan chili and soups and shit. You know what I'm saying? some days we'll go to the beach. Like on the weekends, that was how I kept my sanity. We'll ride to the beach, you know, get materials. When we started the business, I was attracted to these stones for some reason. And like I said, this was right after we had King. We had the baby. And I was attracted to these stones, and there was a spot in Charlotte called the Bag Lady. We went. I got my first couple stones. I posted it on the book. It was probably about 8 little stones, yo. And that shit changed my life right there. We got back to the house. I'm like, I want to wear these shit. I saw the jewelry she had in the store. This shit like $150 for a necklace, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, we ain't doing that. so I seen some shit online on Etsy. I wanted. Nisha like, I can make that. I'm like, shit. What I got to do? Alright. So I get the shit. You know what I'm saying? She make the shit, but I'm excessive. I like to be fly. I like to switch up. I want more shit.
So you gotta go back.
I gotta go back. So she makes some more shit. I got a couple pieces at this point. I post them online on Facebook. Everybody inbox me. How much? Boom, them shit sold. I bet. Hey, babe, they down, whoop, whoop. But at the time, she teaching. So she got a teaching job after the 6 months.
I might pull it in a little bit.
Pull it in? Okay, bet. But yeah, she get the teaching job after the 6 months of us being jobless. You know what I'm saying? She become a teacher up in North Carolina and shit. And I'm a stay-at-home dad. And I learned compassion, you know what I'm saying? I learned everything about sentiment, I feel like. Because I had to nurture King for the first, like, 4-5 months of his life. You know, full time. That was my job. And we
come back to that.
Alright, so we made that work. And fast forward from that phase, once she got laid off for it, they didn't hire her back after the summer. That's when I saw I had to do something. So I'm staying at home with these with these stones and shit. And I want more stuff. I want more stuff made, man. I want all kind of shit. I got stones, I got more stones. I just need stuff done with them. I started playing with it. Yeah, I started playing with it. And that shit turned into all day. Next thing you know, I ran out of material.
Oh, you went to the end. You went till you couldn't go no more.
Yeah, I couldn't even go no more. You know what I'm saying? And I posted all that shit. You know, and I started spacing out when I post, how I post. Oh, it caught fire. I did this fast, really. I did the 7-day fast. I ain't say nothing, no talking. If you talk to me, I reply with a head shake, or I might write down what I'm saying back. Phone time limited. I limited my phone time to like 30 minutes for the day, just to check on business shit. And then I did, the car was full of gas, you know, no shopping with the Europeans, you know. And the reason no talking is because the language don't resonate with our DNA. You know, they don't teach us African languages in school, because if you knew how to speak it and you knew some of these titles and terms, you would be so high and elevated that you might fuck around and levitate. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, after the fast, I was walking around the neighborhood too with a big ass staff. That's when I took the pictures online. I was in the field, and they was calling me crazy. You know what I'm saying? I had a falling out with my mom one day. She was like, "Your cousin said you was crazy, so said you crazy." I was like, "Okay, bet. I see how y'all feel now." But in actuality, everything I was doing unconsciously was connecting with these ancestors. Like, I'd be out here in these cotton fields rapping to the field, yo. I'd be reciting my lyrics to the field, like, and just training, just knowing I'm gonna go somewhere, I'm gonna be something. I just ain't know what. But I was in the kitchen cooking. I was in the gym. What they say, you went with me shooting in the gym? I was in the gym, dog. So like I said, just this skinny ass nigga, I was probably about 20 pounds lighter, 15, you know what I'm saying? Cause I was fasting all the time. And I was walking with this staff, no shirt, you know, just getting it. I ain't even had no stroller. I used to take King for walks. I carry this nigga. I carry King.
King wasn't no little baby. He was juicy.
Facts.
He was juicy.
Facts. They some big vegan babies, boy.
Breastfed.
Yeah, big breast milk. Big breast milk.
They was juicy.
Yeah, so fast forward, after she got laid off from the teaching position, I fucked around and I was like, man, I gotta do something, yo. Cause you know, we break bread with each other. That's what we do. She was giving me bread every time she get paid. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was like, yo, I gotta do something, fuck it. So in my mind, I'm like, all right, I'm about to go. Cause shit got hectic at the house. Like, Dukes and them, they watching Love and Hip Hop, all this gossip, all this shit, like, and I'm practicing righteousness. I'm reading, I'm sitting on the porch reading, you know, I'm tapping into my books, my meditation, yoga, you know, I'm just getting started with all this. And then the lifestyle we came from in Charleston, we didn't even have no TV service. You know, all we did was listen to music or we reading at the beach somewhere. But yeah, so I'm like outside most of my days, just trying to avoid everything. And I was like, man, fuck it, I'm about to go get the CDL, yo. I need something where I ain't got nobody standing over my shoulder. Cause I had just got traumatized by these jobs. You know, I read this book about slavery. You remember the book I posted? I said she used to be $300. It was like $5. It's $300 now on Amazon. That book changed my life. I read that shit in a week, 7 days. I couldn't stop reading. That shit tell you about how them fuckers let their grandkids out in the slave pens to fuck on your auntie, your mama, whoever, right in your face. If you talk shit, you rebel, they'll fuck you in the ass. They'll cut your dick off. They'll blindfold you and have you fuck your mama or your sister.
That's where motherfucker.
Motherfucker, that's where motherfucker came from. Yep. So shit like that, it sparked something in me. You know, I got on my Malcolm shit. You know, I wanted to really, you know, I'm a loving being. I know the highest level is love, and I got to that through years. Like, I had a dark phase in my life where I was in my room. I didn't want to come out the room. I was just in there researching. I learned about conspiracies, alien theories, all that shit. Where's that? So, but yeah, I learned about conspiracies, all that shit, and just tying it in together once I learned about the history of us, you know, who we are and what I was. So yeah, man, from there, went to truck driving school. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted the kids to have some. I wanted my son. I had King at the time. He was the only one, and that's why we named the company King's Treasure. You know, I feel like he connected us to the crystals. You know what I'm saying? He was the motivation. You know, because like I said, once I had kids, my goal always in my head was always like, yo, my kid's not going through this shit, bro. Like jobs, you know, getting denied jobs and feeling like to me, riches being able to eat what you want to. You know what I'm saying? So before I could go eat whatever I want every day, I felt like I was poor. And in my mind, I always set the intention just to be able to eat what I want and go where I want. You know, I want to be free enough to go where I want, eat what I want. I need enough money for that at least. I ain't free till I get that. So that was my intention. So I'm like, all right, I'm trying to establish this for us. I want them to have this, that level of freedom. And overgrinding, man. We tapped into festivals and shit. After I did that 7-day fast I was talking about, we went to Asheville for the first time. And I got in the waterfall and shit. I put my locks in there, I put my feet in there. We put some of the water on King. Nisha had King on her back. We carried him up the hike and everything. Shit called the Triple Falls. It's 3 different waterfalls and streams and shit. And we had the David Banner event in Charleston the week after this. No lie. During this whole week or 2-week period, I'm getting friend requests. Like, I get on Facebook and it's up like 20 requests. 20 more than came in by the time I accepted them or marked spam, whoever I'm marking spam. So I literally turned the frequency into, because you a computer, you know what I'm saying? I channeled my computer to basically project what I wanted and attract what I wanted. And it was, what I wanted was really to grow the business. So David Banner event next week. It's the first event we ever did. You see the pictures online, I got the black dashiki on. All I got is a couple dashikis, some dashiki shorts, some beaded bracelets, and some shit I knew I was gonna change the game with, which was an I had one of these, a smaller one, and I had wrapped a red jasper in the center. And I just put it on a green beaded malachite necklace. Cause I ain't never seen nobody do that before. I was like, I like beaded necklaces, but I like pendants too. I ain't never seen nobody doing a pendant with a beaded necklace like that. And if you did see it, the shit was like $200-300. You know what I'm saying? So I bought it to the table. We went to New York, got the supplies, and a lot of people don't do it because the supplies is high. Like for the strand of malachite beads that I usually make it, one strand like $50. You feel me? So for a jewelry maker, most people not gonna know how to even price point. If I pay $50 for a strand,
Charge at least $150.
yeah, the necklace got to be $150, $200. You know what I'm saying? Long story short, I figured out how to do it to price point it the right way because I was doing it for me at first. I wear it, people like it, hell, by the time they buy it online, I done wore it a couple times. I charge it up, cleanse it, it's gone. I'm gonna make something else. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was doing at first, and then I lost track of things along the way because it became about the money at certain points. So I'm into the trucking industry, mind you. During the time we preparing for trucking school, we ain't telling nobody nothing. Nobody know what I'm on. I'm just home on the weekends, and I'm in trucking school on the weekdays, Monday through Friday. And the reason I did that was because, you know, people could put low energy on your situation. You know, your family even like, he about to go do what? How long you think that's gonna last?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want that. That's why you don't tell people what the fuck you working on or what the move is all the time. And doing that, when I finally pulled up at the house in the truck, everybody was like, oh shit, damn, you really doing this shit? You driving trucks? Yeah, alright,
Done now.
it's done now. You feel me? So we did that shit for like 2.5 years. Bruh, this is a very important period in my life because while I'm in the truck, dog, the whole time I'm being challenged. I got these people that can't drive, they holding up traffic. We pissed off, we angry at them every day. I'm thinking about my whole life and my whole family life. Everybody around me, I probably done thought about their whole life shit probably 3-4 times. Just because I'm in this truck driving, and when you driving, you get tired of listening to music all the time. So what you would do is, like, you would talk on the phone, or you just in your head. And most of the time, I be in my head. I'm Aquarius and shit. So I be in my head thinking like a motherfucker. And put some more Palo Santo up in there. But yeah,
That's the crushed Palo Santo.
that's the crushed Palo right there. That shit is a vibe.
That's why I like the smell of it.
Yeah, good thing. Little flowers in there and shit too. I forget what kind of blend they call it.
I love the smell of Palo Santo.
Good thing. But yeah, man, we was tripping. You know, we was tripping, man, cause I was trying to figure everything out, and then I left my queen, you know, by herself at the house. So I started to see the depths of how fucked up life was for us as people. You know, we grow up neglected because mommy, daddy gotta go to work 12, 15 hours, make money. And ain't nobody really raising us. Even when they come home, they too tired to ask you the right questions of how was school, what you learned today, or how you feel. Okay, let me help you understand how you feel. You know what I'm saying? Let me help you understand why you feel how you feel. So some of the most important games, you know, we literally missed out on because of that shit. And yeah, man, in the truck, I thought about all this shit, you know, but I was knee deep in my situation at the time, and I couldn't really make sense of everything, you know. So I knew I had to do something, but it was scary because it's like, all right, I'm doing festivals every weekend, right? I'm using the truck money to book festivals. So I'm going around the country. I'm in Atlanta this weekend. I'm in Charlotte this weekend. I'm in Raleigh doing festivals. Using my truck money to book the festival. And I tapped in. I figured out, okay, this shit works. I can actually make a couple thousand a month doing festivals every weekend on top of my truck money. But like I said, in the meantime, it's like it's a time sacrifice. You ain't home like that. You know, the fam, you missing out on shit. You know what I'm saying? You tapping in with them, but you ain't got the time or energy to really serve as a father, as a baba. You know what I'm saying? And it's some deep shit, you know, because it helped me realize like why I needed to own my time. It was so fucking scary, dog, transitioning to ownership a full-time business owner, because I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm getting this band a week from them. That's like $52,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? It's guaranteed, bro. Even a bad week, I make $700, and I might get home 1 or 2 days out the week in between. But I was battling my own conscience. There's a part of me like, yeah, this is good money, bro. This is a good situation you got. And another part of me like, bro, that ain't shit. Just imagine what you can do yourself. You know what I'm saying? You already making some weekends you could go make 2-3 bands. You know what I'm saying? Come back with more than you done made on the truck. Fuck them niggas. You feel me? So after I got exposed to some of the larger events, and we had Keanu, I took like 2 months off work. And I was vibing, connecting with the family, enjoying my house, you know what I'm saying, finally for the first time. I let down my super grind, because I've been on super grind all the way from being broke all the way up. And when I say broke, I mean disconnected from source. Like, most people don't even understand that broke is broken. Like, you lost your connection with your ability to manifest money or energy in general, because money is just energy. That shit is a tool to tell you, all right, bro, you did this for me, all right, this is what it's worth to me. You know what I'm saying? If we still had the barter system, I could say, all right, bet. Well, you want to buy some jewelry? All right, well, shit, let me get some shirts. You know what I'm saying? You give me whatever amount of shirts we find reasonable, feasible for the, you know, the fee for the bracelet. But I learned about that shit too, like, you know, in the time frame of me evolving mentally. Like you said, I became a whole different person through spirituality, and that's what made me want to share it with everybody. You know, that's really what King's Treasure is. It's like our lifestyle embodied into a business that you can take away pieces of it from. You know what I'm saying?
I find it interesting. My
Respect.
story, well, I don't know if you remember, I came down here and I was some other shit
Yeah.
at one point.
Yeah, from the A.
I was introduced to somebody. I told her she changed my life.
Okay.
She challenged me to be like, not a vegan, but she said, be a vegetarian, no meat.
Yeah.
She challenged me to it for like a week.
Yeah.
I took the challenge.
I say.
And I stopped eating meat for like 2 years. And then my sister moved in with me and she's frying chicken with shit. Chicken.
Yeah,
But
yeah. How was it though?
it was dope. Like, during that time, like, she challenged me with that. Then she came back to me and she was like, you a Christian, right? I was like, yep. I don't want to hear none of that stuff you talking about. I don't want to hear nothing about them stones, none of that stuff you're talking about. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
Her name is Alana. And she was like, okay. And I was like, it's really important when people drop seeds, even if they don't pick it up at that particular moment,
Fact.
they'll always have that reference point to go back to, like, dang, somebody did say something to me about that at one point. So I ended up, for some reason, going to her. She was like, go listen to this. This is a preacher who's no longer a preacher. Go listen to this. And I was like, yo, why'd you just fuck my life up like that? And during this time, I was like, okay, that's something that was ingrained in me, passed down to me through tradition. Never really resonated with me, but I just felt like it was a thing to do because it's what, you know, people have done. It's been passed on, so I'm gonna do it.
That's all we know.
So it made me start to question everything. That's the reason my podcast is called According to Who. So it made me question everything. Okay, why do I think like this? Okay,
Right.
why do I believe this? Why, when this happens, why do I react in this way?
Yo.
You know, and stop just moving unintentionally.
Yo.
And during that time, I developed this weird thing. He calls it naive. But I do this thing where I don't give a fuck what people said about you. I only speak to the good and goodness of you. I only acknowledge the goodness of you. So in return, I normally only experience people in that light.
Ooh. You know what that is? That's divinity. That's the divine nature. Like, you would expect your creator, what created you, to view you in that way, right? If you view everybody else in that way, you act as the creator would. You expressing the energy of the creator by thinking and moving like that. So that's how you tap into a higher level of consciousness. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was on, like I told you the other day, when I went through situations where people ain't do right by me, or we had to meet up at the crossroads about whatever, they cease to exist. I had to kill them boy in my mind. Like, you don't even exist no more. You get no more thoughts, your name, no ideas behind nothing about you. You know what I'm saying? Because, like you said, to serve yourself and serve your energy the right way, you gotta let go of attachment. We want to control each other, and we want to attach ourselves to shit that nobody owns. Nobody owns this person. This person don't need to think like you or feel like you. You know, you need to understand how you feel so that we can communicate better. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, same thing. Growing up, questioning everything. I was like, yo.
I'm still an ass question ass person.
Yeah.
Like, you got to ask questions.
Why the grass hurt?
That's how you learn. That's how I've learned. I ask a question. It's the stupidest shit.
Yeah.
And then I'll ask the question. If I don't understand it, I'll rephrase the fucking question.
But what is intelligence? What is intelligence? The ability. Yeah. But it's also perception based. You can map. You can't read the directions. Nigga, you can't go.
Yeah, we went to party.
That's
good.
Yeah, like this. And then the transition, like just imagine, this is what a lot of people don't realize. Just imagine a child having whatever they want their whole life, or being appraised for being on the honor roll or whatever the case may be, and then graduate and not know what to do. Ain't nobody tell you the right shit to go do or nothing. And then you gotta go out here and figure this shit out. Like, it's so many kids.